Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 4 of the 2002 Peugeot 2008 build. A recap, or last episode, I was able to spray in the bonnet, straighten out and spray in the bonnet, which turned out okay. Here's a recap of the video of last week. The shine came in okay. The finished work is acceptable. Let me put it that way. This week we'll be tackling the fender or the wing. I've taken it off here. If you have a look, you can see it's pretty mangled in that point over there. So we'll need to straighten that out and get it back onto the car. So first of all, I'll need to take that off to metal work. We have really nice weather for it today. It's nice and sunny. Here I've stripped it back to bare metal and fitted it to the car to do some tweaking and fitting to make sure everything lines up properly before filling and sanding. I've test fitted against the lights and against the other bits and bobs, so it's looking, everything seems to fit properly, so I'm happy with that. So next will be to fill it up, add some filler and sand it down so everything fits up properly. Okay, now we've got some filler on it to build it up, so when I sand it down it will just fill out all the high spots. Hopefully we don't have any low spots, so this will fit up against the fender and it will line up properly. So we just use a bit of filler, but you have to build it up at the initial point to make it, to give you room to sand and smooth it out so everything blends and looks nice when it's finally done. This is first sanding. I've taken off most of the filler, getting it down to where I need it to be now. So I'll keep it on to make sure it's in line with the door and the transition is nice and smooth. But I didn't want to have too much filler on the panel, so I just built it up so I could knock it back down. You can see here now it's come down even more. I do have some low spots that I need to fill up. That's how I liked it to blend into the panel, to know that it's nice and done. So I'll try and fill up the little low spots with some glazing putty and then shoot the first layer of base coat to cover it up and see how we get on. That's the first layer of base coat on. It's all a lot of sanding, and so I didn't want to bore you all with that. But this is the base coat on now. I'm happy with the way it's going. The fender came out looking all right, so I'll do some more work on this and see how we get on. Here we go. Now this is after 2 more layers of base coat, and I've added some lacquer, which is some gloss, 3 coats as well. Now this, I must say, is looking all right. Looking from where I started from, so it is coming in nicely. All the lines are looking good. Everything's lining up now, and of course with that I can adjust the gaps when everything is dried and cured. I like to leave these for about a week or 2 to cure in properly before any sanding or buffing, because it's a spray can rattle can job. There will be need for buffing and rattling. I'm not looking forward to the electrics. I can't tell where that comes from, so I have to look for the wiring diagram and see what that's for. Yeah, but so far so good. It's coming along nicely. Yeah, I'm happy with the way the car's coming. It's come a long way. So on the bonnet, I did notice I have some high spots over there that I didn't find, some low spots over there. So I might have to do this job again. There's a few high and low spots that I'm not quite happy with. Well, here's everything fitted back on. I've got the moldings and all the little bits and body parts attached. I've got to say, the job came out all right, but I do think it can be a bit better. The bonnet's got a little gap, if you can see that there. I did say before there are some high and low spots. That's a high spot right there that I spotted that I didn't quite get down properly, and now that the lacquer is on, you can see it becomes a bit more noticeable. There's that high spots in the repair in the bonnet that needs maybe a little more work. There's a slight crack coming through there, and little bits that need more attention. When you're doing the job, you're trying to get everything done, and sometimes I have rushed a few things, and to be honest, I think I can do these a little bit better. So in the coming weeks, I will probably do this again to reassess everything. I'm still missing a fender liner, and I think that's pretty much it. And the slight vibration in the undercarriage, which I will be working on in another video. So other than that, it has turned out all right, but I think I can do a better job. So we'll try and finesse the job that's been done to make it look even better, and hopefully, we can get better results. I'm quite happy with what I've got so far, but I could surely do better with a little bit more time and a little more effort. But in the meantime, that's where we are. It's come out nicely. I do hope you are enjoying the videos. If you are, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time on the finishing touches and the detailing and finishing. So thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you next time.